least you picked a good spot for a break, because the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They had their own eyes on the core, but why?
So many birds!
Ellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the water's getting rough.
Jesus. Have fun with
Well,
this
the
level.
river ain't coming back just by talking about it.
Let me know when you want to stop and we'll just pick it up again tomorrow. Or whenever.
Yeah.
Fuck this level.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel. The accused always got a fair shake in Zealandia. Some used to take the bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man. The bullhead trial taught folks three things. First, a good defense is a good offense. Second, you gotta always watch your back. Third, ain't no godlike bull up there gonna save you.
Damn it. I was trying to do the bullhead cook without getting hit to get some shards, but I got hit once.
The smarter ones knew when to just step
I'm
aside
getting
and
so
let things
unlucky with
roll.
these
Yeah.
ghost procs and mirror procs.
The kid pulls it off like it was nothing.
I think they made these trials easier. I got first place with 3 hits taken. I thought you needed 0 hits taken for first place.
No, it's just there. It's always been there.
Huh.
There's a hint of pride in his eye when he gets back, and more than a hint in mine. Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that. The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire. To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil.
God, we've been going for 2 hours, and this is all the
Well,
progress we've
river
made.
ain't coming back just by talking about it.
It's progress.
Yep.
Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weeping Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbreak. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weeping Nellie tries harder.
Like literally, I'm getting chased by the squirts, and every single one of them is reflecting my shotgun shot. So I'm doing no damage.
Yeah, the
It's
first...
like what the
I just went and just finished upgrading my shotgun all the way to max, just so I can get things off my ass with it. Probably not even for damage, just to push things away.
Well, the river ain't coming back just by talking about it.
So you still at fifth or no?
I'm still at the boat one.
Oh my god.
Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weeping Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. Kid almost falls again. they try to knock her out. Well, Weeping Nelly tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break. The core's right there.
The boat level, huh? Damn. Gonna be annoying as hell.
Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They have their own eyes on the core. But why? Finds Weeping Nelly ready to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the water's not rough. She's gonna need a little help with all the peckers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these. He takes a hard hit, but he ain't finished. Security skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. Windbags getting even better here. They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylon privateer.
God, they've actually got some turrets to help you, but the turrets catch all the aggro and get you killed even more.
They don't know it's just trying to help. Or maybe they don't care. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nelly. She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nelly gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country.
Oh god, the Peckers. The Peckers!
Seems a calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites.
Where do I run? I can't run away from the Peckers.
They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. The river's such an overwhelming place.
Oh, this is a hard level.
The Peckers are all over the place.
It's really bad. Because you can kind of cheese your way through the boat sections, but the very last bit, you've got to fight them, and they're not easy to fight. Rita wants me to say bye for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Rita.
Okay.
Well, the river ain't coming back just by talking about it.
Killing those peggers is going to be so difficult. Because I was pretty much just sitting there with my shield with just like a flock of birds on my shield, and I couldn't get rid of them. Because as soon as I took my shield down, I pretty much died.
Bags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. He takes a hard hit, but he ain't finished. Weeping Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They try to cut her off. Kid almost falls again. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weeping Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break. 'Cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They have their own eyes on the core. But why? Peckers. Finds Weeping Nellie wherever they go.
God, once those birds catch you, you cannot get away.
Special surprise from a She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now. The rest of us only wish we could fly at times like these. Security skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
It seems like this level is just going to be about manipulating the enemies so that they don't hit you while you're knocked down.
The windbag's getting an even better idea. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of St. Indian privateer. They aim to smash Weeping Nellie to splinters.
Let's hope it's just that.
Well, it's just kind of getting through to the end of the level with as many continues and heals as possible to actually fight the birds. Although I did really bad this time and lost all my continues right away.
They don't know the kid's just trying to help.
Oh my god.
Or maybe they don't care.
It's mostly those green windbags because they just hit anything. So if there's someone just chilling around, you're not aggroed, and they hit you while you're knocked down. How's Cinderbrick going?
Yeah, I beat it.
Are you doing Pith now?
Well, it all proves
Nah, I beat
too
Pith
much
and then I beat
Nelly.
I did the shield thing so I could get the
For
so I could
money?
get the yeah
So you're on the
She's
same one as
just
me
gotta
now.
make one last stop.
yeah the boat.
The boat.
I beat it with 2 though. I beat you.
With a last Nelly gets the kid the solid ground.
Well, if you finish the boat.
Solid ground in Pecker country.
Not yet. Like I just started it.
They want
So,
that core real bad.
Damn
Like you,
birds.
they want it just as bad as a kid. The river's such an overwhelming place. Well, the river ain't coming back just by talking about it. Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, the serpent thing his ferry barge is still afloat. She'll send some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nelly knows the way to the core. Kid almost falls again. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nelly's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nelly tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break. 'Cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They have their own eyes on the core. But why? Peckers. Finds Weepin' Nelly ready to go. Takes a hard
God
hit,
damn those
but
peckers.
finished.
Just getting back to the boat is so troublesome.
Turns out she's got a special surprise when the water's getting rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Crafty things think they're king of the roofs now. The rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these. Security skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
Are you still on the boat?
Yeah. Finally did it?
No, I'm getting to the end again. The birds, man. The
Windbag's
birds.
getting even better idea. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Sailor Moon privateer. They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters. They don't know the kid's just trying to help. Or maybe they don't care.
Wish you could just run past these birds, but I couldn't see anywhere to go.
That one?
You've got to. I think you've just got to fight them. I couldn't see actually a path to run away.
It's too much for poor Nelly. She's just got to make one last stop. With her last breath, Nelly gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. They want that core real bad. Seems a calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoos them off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times Kid nearly fell off the barge back there? About 6 times. Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Okay, I killed the birds. Killed the birds.
Finally.
Have you gotten
Why
to them
go
yet?
Prosper Bluff.
I've gotten to them and then I died.
Yep.
Used to take an enterprising man.
Oh god, I hope this is a checkpoint because
That's
there's a whole
the
other level.
That far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't. And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it? There the kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while. How's it go again? That's the one. Timeless.
Fighting these birds with that gain hit is so annoying.
You've seen too much. I'm Zolf of Igora. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wolf wallflowers, pincushions, pineapples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. He's a petty thief. The security's just gonna have to straighten him out.
I really hope I don't die while getting to the girl.
I'm not sure if there's a checkpoint or
Oh
not
my
there.
god.
I've got no idea. How does it keep getting worse?
Grenade! And I only have like, what, a couple hits left?
There's no...
Oh my god.
Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is. Somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go. Kid can't fall, no matter how hard he tries. There's no way out. The dead welcome him with open arms.
Hell, must get it.
Pops him good.
Don't fall.
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, pineapples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. He's a petty thief. The security's just gonna have to straighten it out.
my god, this thing just has permanent ghosts, I can't kill it! It's like, it's just going ghost non-stop.
Oh my god, that must be horrible.
And it's in I'm in a spot where I'm getting completely bombarded by like, about 10 different turrets at the same time.
Ouch.
This is an awkward situation. The musket doesn't really have enough range damage to kill this thing, but I can't get close to it. I've just got to keep hitting it and hope I get lucky and it doesn't reflect much. Oh, and there's Ghost. It's one of the flamethrower turrets.
Kid succeeds where the calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Rodney, the bartender? Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one.
Oh god, I'm not even at the end yet.
Old world's alright. Snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Piff, the bull. The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too.
God, fighting the shadow version of yourself is kind of difficult.
He sees what's left undone. Near lost my train of thought just thinking about that place. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. bootlickers stick their nasty thorns into his heels. Disgusting things. Ever heard of the lung?
Oh god, the boss of the... Oh god, I don't want to fight this thing.
Bigger than the stories say.
What boss?
You know when you're going through the forest and there's that giant one with like the giant plant thing?
Oh god, yeah. I think for that one I just used the breaker bow, and I just like every single shot would hit from afar.
Yeah, the problem is that I had to use the musket to actually get through the rest of the level, because the actual level up to that part is really difficult.
Oh my god.
I wish I had the breaker bow right now.
Hard to get a sure footing in a bog.
It's very slowly taking damage from from the pin cushions, but it's very slowly.
Yeah.
I don't particularly want to get closer to it.
The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak.
Oh god. Oh god.
Kid ain't about to be playing food just yet.
Okay, time's run away.
What happened?
Things went bad. I was fighting it melee, and then I suddenly had like about 5 pin cushions spawn all around me.
Oh my god.
Just made a run for it.
Oh my god.
Just made a run for it. I have no idea if I'm even hurting this thing. Like, I've killed off all its defenses, now I'm just wailing on it pretty much, and it's just taking so long.
They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind.
I'm still in the same boss fight, I haven't died yet, it's just taking so long. Is this thing still alive? I've literally just been standing there wailing on it this entire time with the hammer. Finally!
It prunes it down to size somehow.
God, that took so long.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it. A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. The menders, they had thankless jobs, the most important kind.
What are you up to?
I just started Jocelyn Bog.
That's a fun one. I just finished Jocelyn.
Finders keepers. The little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan. Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. beasts what don't know up from down.
Oh god, more birds.
Still looking about.
Okay, I'm about 20 seconds into the level and I've already gone through a health tonic.
Even the brushers learn to fear this place. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne. The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist. Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? The stinkweed. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining. And it ain't raining. Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Kid's got a mean throwing arm. Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. He holds his ground. It seems the Queen's running out of options. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. Those leaping lunkheads don't like Queen Anne any better than the kid. Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? They use a kid as bait. The shard's sitting in plain view. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running. She's starting to get annoyed. And now he's made her mad. Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers. Kid's done what needed to be done.
What are you up to now?
Queen Anne's reign is over.
Same. Dawson.
Got a crown jewel.
Still in the bog.
Yeah.
All that trouble for a single
That's a fun
shot.
place.
But you know what? It was worth it. We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances. It wasn't fixed. It was unbroken. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. Want to keep the wilds at bay, pack yourself a musket and a pike. Folks say Mender mead's good for you. It's like an herb garden in full bloom. To prepare for the wilds, Caelondia's brushers practice at Camp Dauncey. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Dauncey. They said they made you weak. The rules said he couldn't use any fancy footwork, just your brains and your pike. If you did all right at Camp Dauncey, you got to go to the wilds. You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight. The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds. Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
I'm gonna die! Oh yeah, I'm so dead.
I'm so glad I finally have the pike.
The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Pike, best weapon.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
Okay, I died. I'm going to bed.
Okay,
Way too tired for this.
let's pause our clocks. We should be able to keep them up, play them again tomorrow.
Yeah.
The clocks. Mine's at 3 hours and 33 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay. Pause it. 3, 2, 1, now!
I already paused. What's your clock at? I'll just run mine forward a bit.
3, 33, 53, 60.
53, okay. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 53, 53, 64. I'm slightly off, aren't I?
Yeah. It's only like milliseconds.
4 milliseconds. Yeah, that was fun. We'll do more later, or tomorrow, or whenever.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Go to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Good night.
Alright. Good night.